Welcome to the Weekly. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Chris.
And this week on the Weekly, Astartes II trailer drops featuring no footage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Legacy of Kain, TTRPG. The ENnies ban AI.
Like 3 weeks too late. Okay.
Whoops. And Dirtbags for Zinequest. So yeah, let's start with the big, everyone's like, we're back. Everyone's so pumped. Hey, are those my guys? Are those my guys? And yeah, so Warhammer, and this, I think they're talking to 10-year-olds on their websites, like the level that they're writing, feast your eyes on the glorious new teaser trailer for the much anticipated animation Astartes II.
So it's not even a trailer, it's a teaser trailer.
It's not even a teaser, not even nothing, basically. Basically what they're telling you is in 6 years they've done nothing. So do you think we'd forgotten about this? Smiley face, winky face, whatever. So that's fair. It's been a while since we've had any real news. You know, we took this original creator that was doing the best 40K animation that the world has ever seen, and we tied him up and put him in a cellar and, threatened him with lawsuits to not do it anymore. And now 6 years later, we may get something. So the Warhammer Studio, whoever the hell that is.
Well, they're anonymous on purpose.
And the creator of the original Astartes animation, Syama, have been working closely together for these 6 years, chained in some grungy basement in the UK, blending this incredible flair for action and storytelling with decades of 40K lore. So that was the good thing too, is he didn't follow any strict lore. He just kind of suggested things like the psyker abilities and stuff. And it was much more interesting than once you saddle it with the 40K lore of modern, 40K.
See, that tangent, but that's kind of my feeling as well, right? Like we discussed any number of times where like lore, I hate that word more than I hate the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry. I hate that word.
EAGL.
Yeah. Don't get me started, right? Stop. You're bringing out the Philly. It's a box, right? It puts you in a box and it's constraints and you are forced to play then within this thing. And the more things get filled in, the smaller the box becomes, right? So that's why suggesting things, hinting at things, kind of like talking around things, that is much more interesting to me than this, that's not canon, it didn't follow the lore. Like, I don't give a shit, right? Anyway,
right. Yeah, so Warhammer Plus started September 22nd, 2020. So it's been 5 years, yeah. And we got a teaser trailer. And they even admitted on this community post, the teaser trailer, it's not actually clips from the animation. So what the fuck have you been doing? So it's just a bunch of, orders of Space Marines. It's just a bunch of the... we're getting different colored Space Marines and different logos, and people are like, is that the, and freaking out because these little teases. And so a compilation of shots that represents the former lives of the characters that will appear in the show.
Okay.
So if they never would have done this, if they never would have, threatened everybody, stopped doing fan animations, this creator probably would have had more than a feature film's worth of content by now of amazing CG in his own version of 40K.
I think I've mentioned any number of times that I'm not like business professional in any way, shape, or form of the word. What is the value of free advertising in this situation? I don't know. Yeah.
It definitely, I think it definitely got a lot of people interested in it, and a lot of people probably playing Space Marines that are like, Space Marines, that's kind of boring in that setting. They look like the most uninteresting thing with the most units.
Well, like the anecdotal evidence that I've brought up before, like the new player will be playing Frostgrave with, hopefully, mentioned miniature war games to me because he had played Space Marine 2, the video game.
Yeah.
He's from the UK, so it's GW's unescapable. It's like, I've never really gotten into it, but you know what? After playing that game, I kind of want to build and paint some Marines. And I said, okay, just be aware that GW is the most expensive thing in the... And then, I gave him books and let him choose them. But, that anecdotal evidence, you had... It's not free advertising, but advertising, right? There are other ways into the hobby, and you just took this guy who was making kind of fan content stuff, and you said, that's our IP, lock, and then you killed it.
Yeah.
You killed it.
Yeah, because it was definitely, bringing a lot of people, making a lot of people interested in the hobby for cost them nothing and didn't interfere with nothing because they weren't doing anything. Yep. The only thing that they were doing is these, every time they do a new edition, they would have like an animated trailer for their edition. That was all that was interfering. And really on this platform, this streaming service that they've done nothing. There is very little that's even worth watching. It's just real dog food level, just like crank it out.
And all kind of like painting things that are only hands, so there's no identifiable person. Right?
It's just a lot of bad ideas, and so they didn't go anywhere with any of this, and it's not tied well to anything that they're working on. It's just not good, but it's happening. So expect it to land, and I don't even know what this is. So Astartes II. Whatever this is, however long this is going to be, if it's a feature, if it's another 20-minute short, I mean, I don't know what we're going to see. 2026. So keep waiting.
Okay.
And just realize that what was lost in those 6 years, like what we lost as far as like what this artist would have been able to do. Yeah. And he, what would have been cool is if he would have gotten bored with 40K and done some original, like, kind of spun this off into his own original kind of grimdark thing that would have become, like a Trench Crusade, that would have been beautiful. But instead, we get this.
I wonder if he could. No, I wonder if the creator could.
Oh, I think he's whatever he signed with Games Workshop, because he was involved a little bit. He did layouts or something with their secret level thing for Amazon. So they probably have him on a contract, a non-compete kind of thing. Okay. So if he got anything even slightly grimdark, then they probably would sue the shit out of him. Yeah. He's already agreed to not compete with them because he does better than these studios of who knows how many people that they hire to create content. One person. It's
not to disparage people working at the studio, but it's just like
whoever they may be. I mean, I'm sure.
That's the thing, right? I'm like sure they are kept anonymous specifically so that they get no fame, no accolades, no whatever, meaning that they have like no motive or leverage to then do something that'll run and counter the company, right?
Definitely, we've seen Games Workshop shifting to production in China for books and miniatures, and I think terrain now, not miniatures yet, but terrain and books are all printed in China. So you got to believe there's a lot of non-English speaking animators working on this crap that they don't want to reveal how exploitative.
That's the other thing too.
That studio is going to be. They're paying them peanuts compared to what animators deserve. So that sucks. I guess it's better than doing free fan. It's working for free. It's slightly better than being a fan animator.
I don't know. Like you can't eat freedom. Wow, that sounds like you can't eat freedom. But like there's some. I think
Did you bring your acoustic guitar?
I have no response to that. No, there's something to be said for being able to make your own stuff, even if you're doing it for free, right? Because it's your choice to do it for free.
Yep.
I just broke the chair.
Oh, no. Sorry. It's okay. Uh-oh. The back fell off Chris's chair.
Yep.
Emergency. Oh, anyhow, moving on. Let's move on to something a little more pleasant. This is something that's kind of been passed around, unfortunately, but Legacy of Kain is going to get a tabletop RPG.
Interesting.
So the British publisher Lost in Cult is publishing Legacy of Kain, and they're doing an interesting thing. So not only are they not using 5e, they're going to use the MÖRK BORG system to power this whole thing. They're on BackerKit now with a crowdfunding campaign, and they're going to produce 2 books. One is the game itself, using the MÖRK BORG rules. The other is an encyclopedia of the world of Legacy of Kain. So you can get them separately as well. So if you like the game and you're just interested, and because they've just remastered, I think, a lot of this series. So if you like the game and want to like kind of get things filled in, they're actually going to be doing a really well illustrated book of all of the stuff. So the title is Legacy of Kain, Scourge of Sarafan, and that's going to be the setting. So in this, you're playing the vampire hunters, trying to defend the dwindling population of Nosgoth from the vampires. So 6 playable character classes, Sarafan weapons, spells, and other various monsters from the franchise. So yeah, it sounds like it's a nice approach. I mean, because it's a real kind of end. The world is being destroyed by vampires. So the decline of the 9 pillars and all that good stuff. So they say the game is exploring themes of predeterminism and natural and the nature of free will. So they're already well funded, and they're doing beautiful. Doing a beautiful set. There's an all-in set where the encyclopedia actually fits in a box with the rules and dice and everything. And then they're producing stuff separately, and then they're doing a digital thing as well. So from the backer kit page, lose yourself in the Legacy of Kain, Scourge of Sarafan, a gothic tabletop role-playing game set in the grim and murky world of Nosgoth, the land of frozen lakes, bitter mountains, and deep sunless forests. Embody the warrior priests of the Sarafan Brotherhood, an order of vampire hunters who fight tirelessly in a crusade to keep the human population of Nosgoth safe from the growing vampire scourge.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know though. I think people are going to want to play some vampires. So it might be there might be
There's always a subset of the population that's just like not hip with it and be like, no, I want to fight these things. And just like,
right.
You suck.
Yeah. So because the Legacy of Kain, the Soul Reaver, there was a kind of an anti-hero, vampiric empowered character. So maybe something like that can be built into this. But of course, Legacy of Kain, the IP itself, Square Enix sold it to Embracer Group, who now owns it. So I guess that probably explains why they got the remaster. So Embracer Group probably licensed out studios to work on the remaster. So last year we got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2, all remastered for the Switch, PlayStation 4, 5, Windows, and Xbox. So yeah, it's already funded, and so take a look. It's a really good. They're doing some good promotion. I'm seeing it pop up on social media and stuff. So a lethal atmospheric experience, so minimalistic mechanics and high stakes gameplay. So play some warrior priests and protect the innocent from the vampires.
Like I said last time, I'm getting a bit borged out, honestly.
Yeah.
However, this is a low bar. Props to not using 5e.
Yeah, right. I'm glad that they chose a nice system, and they're even doing the smaller book. The rule book is like a
kind of like digest size. Or
that nice half size, so everything fits nicely. It looks like a nice quality produced game, and interesting to see that that they picked up on this IP as. Because it seems kind of random. I mean, this it has been a series since the 90s, and it's kind of had moderate success and interest always, and somebody said, hey, let's do a whole RPG. And the fact that they're digging in and doing an encyclopedia too is pretty cool, because that means you could use it for anything. You could use it for any setting.
Looking up how to spell words.
You're right.
Sorry. That's a dictionary, not even an encyclopedia. My joke just the worst.
Right? Oh no. So many games and so little time. But what would help?
In my case, no games and no time.
Time. But what would help you? Focus, prepare, and make all of this gaming possible? Well, I've got an idea.
Yep.
So, the kind folks at Magic Mind have again decided to sponsor us and want us to talk a little bit about their 5 pillars.
Thank you.
So yes, mental wealth is something that they like a concept that they want you to consider. So investing in something that will support not only your effectiveness, alertness, and focus during the day, but give you good sleep at night.
So what are the 5 pillars?
The 5 pillars are sleep, diet, exercise, stress management, and exogenous substances, compounds. And one of those.
Funny how compound sounds much less ominous than substance.
Yes, and the compounds that we're referring to are, of course, Magic Mind and their new formulation, Magic Mind Sleep. So this gives you effective not only daytime function but nighttime.
Relaxation.
Recuperation. Yes.
Recuperation.
There we go. Yeah. So basically, this pair is a 24-hour performance. So it complements the sleep. Deep sleep complements your focus during the day. So a sleep shot and a focus shot is what they're focusing on. And the Magic Mind itself, of course, is time release caffeine, which will give you sustained energy during the day with the power of green tea and other compounds.
Nice words.
And the way that they make this effective is their nano encapsulation technology.
Well, I was going to ask why it was a shot.
Oh, and yes, that's right. That's exactly why it is a shot. As opposed to a pill or a powder, they can make the ingredients bioabsorbable up to 5 to 10 times faster than anything you could do, anything you could swallow. So yeah, that's why they keep it a shot. And it's actually because it's not made in Asia, they don't think effective means bad tasting. So the taste is very good. They do a really good job of combining a lot of different compounds and make them taste good. Actually,
does it have a taste?
Yeah, it does. The evening shot is it's got like a nice kind of dark berry taste, and yeah, it's good stuff. So magnesium is the shot is what's part of the sleep shot, and that helps you get nice, deep, quick sleep. But don't cut your sleep short because you are sleeping much deeper now. So it'll be a little harder to wake up if you're going to only sleep 2 or 3 hours.
So like you said before, like you need a pretty, not strict, but a pretty regimented schedule.
Yeah, it helps you. It helps you get disciplined because you don't want to waste this effectiveness of being well rested. So yeah, don't work into the wee hours because your caffeine's going to be gone, and then your magnesium is going to make you sleep too deep, and then you're not going to do well. So yeah, a nice balanced, kind of like. Being disciplined and fitting your life into a more manageable schedule.
Are they going to introduce a magic schedule?
Magic schedule
to help you be more regimented? Yeah, that's what I would need too.
An app should be on the way with some alarms, yes. But Magic Mind will give you a 100% refund, no questions asked for 100 days after purchase if you're interested in trying. They ship to 65 countries and they're available at retail, a lot of health food stores. So if you would like to try Magic Mind, we have a link. So to get 45% off this Magic Mind bundle of, I think they do 15 or 30 days, and they also offer a subscription. So you maintain that discount. If you subscribe, you maintain that discount throughout your subscription. So magicmind.com/upturnedpodjan. So magicmind.com/upturnedpodjan.
Podcast January.
Yes, to give you that 45% link. So it'll generate a code that then you use at checkout. Okay. So don't get scared if you see big numbers that don't seem to be discounted. So it generates a code for you. And thank you, Magic Mind, for sponsoring us. And we're just out of January, but we've still got one more.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, it's only the 30th here. Right?
That's right. So we're grabbing on the end of January. So one more read. So thank you, Magic Mind, and back to the show. All right. So next,
medicine here does taste like.
Yeah, I think that's a Chinese thing because it's like, no, it's effective because it makes you,
well,
makes you make a funny face.
How are you supposed to know it's working if you don't gag when you take it? Right? Like, oh.
Yeah, and you like dread it. Yeah, taking it. Must be effective. So the ENnies have sounded in, or they've given their 2 cents, and have decided to ban generative AI from 2025. So
okay, so from this year.
Yeah, they'll start this year. So they just announced that products including content made by generative AI will not be eligible for awards. So
period.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but they're going to specify, like, because there's like things like cover art and things like, so you can be awarded for something that doesn't include AI, but if the rest of the product may, right?
Wait, so it's not okay.
Not 100%. Yeah,
not 100%, because
not a total ban.
That was the original thing. That was kind of like the big brouhaha. As I read it, it was like, okay, generative AI. Your product submitted can include generative AI. Mm-hmm. They, however, cannot include generative AI for the category they've been entered. Right. Like you said, like if the cover was generative AI, you can't enter for best cover. Right.
But
like
but rules, rules can be. But yeah, who knows if
so they haven't banned generative AI.
Yeah, not on. It's not like one of those hard 100% bans. They're saying for the category that you're awarded, they're not going to award.
So they haven't changed at all, because that was the original.
Oh, that was the original.
The original one that everyone was like, "Yo, ENnies, what the heck are you doing?" Right?
Well, they're underlining it a couple of times.
Like red magic marker, right? For the category, right? Like, how hard is it just to say no AI? Period.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, and
I just said it right there.
I think they're just afraid that so many publishers are moving toward AI in some way that it's going to like eliminate the field of to choose from.
You know what, man? Cowards, y'all are cowards.
Yeah.
To put it bluntly and simply, y'all are cowards, right? Because this would have been one more slightly reputable kind of organization putting out like saying like, no, we're done with AI. We don't want it anymore, right?
Right.
And instead you just said, sure, like us, please.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'm sorry. No, we are. We are.
Okay,
no,
then I take it back.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
That rant stands.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. So that was the rant that we would have done in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
So this is a revision. So this is a revision. Yeah. So they are responding to the public reaction of their 2023
Pretend
announcement.
that was the public
Yes,
reaction,
yes.
right?
But
'Cause that's
see,
basically what it was.
so
Yep.
we'll put 2023
Okay,
under us when we do that. And yeah, so now they have said the new policy makes the entire product ineligible if it contains any content.
Ineligible for what?
For anything. It's ineligible for an award.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So the new policy, I'll put a link to their new policy that they revised. So yeah, they've received widespread criticism for their previous stand the last couple of years, especially with companies like Wizards of the Coast announcing their opposition to it for its use on ethical grounds.
Wait. WotC, they're saying Hasbro and WotC.
Yeah, have announced that they're we are against AI, even though they use it. Yeah, even though it shows up in all of their Twitter posts.
We're against it, but we're not against using
we're not
it.
Not into figuring out if it was used or not. Right. Yes, the new policy takes effect this year.
Okay.
And so the ENnies started 2001, and the ceremony is held at Gen Con. So yeah, now it's a hard stance against their initial. So their initial policy in 2023. Was in response to this growing presence of people using AI or generative AI for all sorts of things, and now they are saying, okay, we're gonna take a hard stance. So yeah, they have changed, and this is going to affect the 2025-2026 submission schedule. So they'll no longer accept any products containing generative AI created with assistance of large language models or similar technology, either in the visual, written, or edited content.
Right. Okay.
Some of that's going to be hard to detect.
It is.
Good luck. Yes. So, yes. And of course, ENnies is a small volunteer-run organization. So, yeah, that's good that they could adapt quickly. And it's too bad they didn't do it sooner. But
I guess it's just proof that complaining loudly works.
Right, and because it is the community that's kind of supporting this with its voting and nominations and stuff. Yeah, it's good. So under this policy, creators self-reported AI involvement and submission with AI contributors were deemed ineligible for certain categories. For example, products that featured AI generated art were excluded from art categories, but remained eligible if the text was human generated. But that's no longer the case. Okay. Yeah, that was their previous stance. So. Yeah, so that means that the 2024-2025 awards are still under the old policy.
So meaning the awards that will come out at this
I guess,
Gen Con
what they'll announce at this
still the old
Gen Con. Yeah, because I guess it straddles the two Gen Cons. Right. So too bad. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit more. You can sneak your AI rules. Get your AI rules in there real quick. All right, but here's a game I know we should be playing. Okay. I love this setup so much, and I want to see the Forbidden Psalm version of this this game as well. So Dirtbags, a new sci-fi shooter by Dungeons Key.
Oh, sci-fi shooter.
Yes. So they are doing so. Tired of your back-breaking plowing the fields of New Terra and sweating out your remaining days in the Energizer-fumed huts dirt side for no creds at all? You deserve a second chance. So Dirtbags.
Okay. Yeah.
Dirtbags is what you play. So it's a flexible, cinematic, fast-paced RPG. Rules light, combat heavy, putting character agency and tactics directly in the player's hands. So you get 3 ability scores, 2 2d6 dice pools, 1 for taking actions, and the other for ammunition. There's 5 roles and fast-paced dynamic combat. So you take the roles of convicts in a corporate-run dystopian world, coerced into the military foundation's rehabilitation incentive program, RIP.
I like that.
With the promise of freedom and reintegration into society. So take on distant alien bug infestations, scab pirates, or go on suicidal salvage missions, and anything else the corporate echelons demand. So there's a free quick start if you want to take a look at what the rules are looking like. And I love the setting. The art is very appropriate. You're just a bunch of scumbags that have to try to earn your way out, and if you ever can. So their inspirations were, of course, things like Starship Troopers, Tank Girl, Aliens, and more. So the game serves as a satire critiquing corporate greed and capitalism. It also explores mature themes such as class systems, private prisons, internment, incarceration, drug use, mental health, and death. Exploring the subject of death.
Yeah, I like the next line right there.
Yes, without intending to diminish the real world severity of these issues.
Right? Yes, nice. Yes. Okay, because basically everything's political, right? Not including politics is a political act, and yes, as fun as this sounds, you kind of can't step away from, wow, this actually kind of really happens.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So the whole time you were reading that, I was thinking, I wonder if that's going to be addressed.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they don't wish to diminish that. And they're emphasizing the satire of it. Right. Yes. So Jean. Oh boy, I'm going to destroy this. Jean-Luc Lariviere-Lacombe is the writer.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. The writer that posted this announcement, and so Dirtbags. Yeah, it looks fun, and I could see it as a fun skirmish. Yeah, a skirmish miniatures game as well. I think Theater of Mind would be very fun for hunting bugs and stuff, but it would also be cool to paint some scumbags, dirtbags. I keep calling them scumbags.
I'm curious about this because I'm always kind of interested in tactical games and stuff like that. Because if it's completely open to the player, does that mean it's a completely hands-off approach where tactics is, yeah, you figure it out? Or are there rules in place to bridge the gap between possible player and character knowledge, right? So I am curious to see how they do this mechanically.
Yeah, so this was on Kickstarter starting the 28th of January as part of Zinequest. And so I'll put a link to Dirtbags specifically, and then Zinequest as all of Zinequest, so you can see what people are doing. But yeah, this looked like a real fun.
What's
setting.
The format? I mean, I could go check it out myself. What's the format? It's because with a name like Dirtbags, I have to think it would be A5 Xerox saddle stitched kind of little book, or that would be appropriate.
Yeah, right? It looked pretty colorful. I think Zinequest requires kind of a smaller a zine format, or at least it doesn't say how many pages or anything, but I think it is zine format. They showed some photos of the spreads in the book, and it's just a few pages. It's not a large number of pages. Yeah. So not a huge amount of pages. Yeah, but they didn't say on there.
Unless things have changed, I don't know if there was a hard and a hard definition of what a zine was for Zinequest. It was kind of more maybe they've changed it or updated that, but I thought it was more kind of vibes, right? And it had gotten to the point where some people were maybe not taking advantage of that, but a bit here's our giant 200-page book, hardbound, and
zine.
That's not not kind of what we mean, right?
Right. Yes. So check that out. I'll put links to that. It looks like some fun. And there's every year there's a lot of. I mean, it is Kickstarter, but there is a lot of stuff in Zinequest to discover. So that's going to do it for this week.
Ooh, awesome.
So where can people find you?
I forgot. Blue Sky, Instagram intermittently, and that's about it.
Nice.
I am coming around to the idea of having to restart a blog because if anything has been learned from the recent social media shakeup, it's that people are always going to have to abandon platforms and stuff. And so own your own stuff. My problem is I don't have a lot of time. It's not easier to just fire off a 3-line thing rather than having to sit down and write out a blog post. So I'm still thinking about it.
Cool. Anyway. Well, yeah, well, let us know, and we'll link to that. Yeah, check out Substack. That's actually a pretty cool way to. No,
not when they're supporting Musk.
Substack.
Yeah,
support. Okay.
Yeah. The guy just came out in favor of Elon Musk and all this stuff, and you're just I'm not giving money to them.
Oh, okay. Well, they're the freest. No, but the freest political voice. I mean, the range of journalists that post on Substack is huge and diverse.
Which is part of the problem, because when you go on the hate speech, someone's got to go, whoa, hey, take your stuff that is clearly not okay, right? And that seems to be my issue with Substack.
Oh, I see. I haven't read that.
Politics, right?
All right. Yes.
Anyway, back to things. Where can people find your stuff?
So, well, I just finished my January, just at the end of
January.
Yeah, I just finished it though. I did my January live stream, finished up some of my abuse cartoons. So on YouTube and Twitch, and also on this channel, I do a live stream where I draw the single panel gag cartoon Domestic Abuse. And if you want to read that, you can go to gocomics.com/domestic abuse. And there's 20 years of that little cartoon in there.
What was the snack last week?
Oh, I did all the UHA, the guys that do the pineapple candy, the little like lifesavers looking pineapple candy. They do a bunch of different, like a huge range of candy. So I just grabbed everything because there was a whole section of stuff they had done. And they do some really funny stuff. There was cocoa powder covered sweet potato chips, which was actually surprisingly good. And some, adult gummies that have like a sour kind of hard shell on them and are very
adult.
Yeah, the
ones that are like choke a toddler, right?
Right. Yeah, something that a kid would lose a baby tooth on. But some good stuff. But if you like what we're doing here on the weekly, consider becoming a weakling.
The strongest of all supporters.
You can do that at patreon.com/upturnedtable. Tell us what you'd like to see more of by choosing what tier you pledge at. And you can also support us on YouTube with the membership. So the join button down below will give you access to the same content, all except for the RSS feed. So they haven't figured that out yet, how to do YouTube member RSS feed, but the audio for this whole live stream gets sweetened up and put on the Patreon RSS feed, so you can just listen to that on any podcast player and hear the whole ramble, from the banter to the ramble, each week. And Upturned Table on all social media, and upturnedtable.com is the website. So thanks for joining us. And
brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Subscription tiers to make us stop talking about
that. Oh, yeah.
Because sports was, I was watching the chat, sports was not popular. So, new idea.
Forbid.
To make us stop talking about it, you got to pledge at this level.
Oh, no Super Bowl victory celebrations here. All right.
I won't talk about it again. Sorry.
All right. So, we'll be back again next week.
Later, mortals.
Goodbye.